Hello, welcome to my videos on my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday on LFA Mexico 2026 season, week 6 scores. Well, yesterday it was play a new week in the LFA Mexico 2026 season. It was week 6. And now, for that reason, I'm recording this video where I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday, the games, the results, and the standings. So let's start. Well, yesterday in the first game, my favorite team visited the Saltillo and defeated the Dinos 25-14. So about the game, the game was close in the first half, where the Caudillos were trailing 7-3 by my surprise, but I knew that the Caudillos were gonna to make some adjustment and they were gonna to win this game. Where in the second half the Caudillos won the game 22-7, but even that in the third quarter the game was still close, because in the end of the third quarter the Caudillos were only leading by 1 point difference, 15-14. To be honest, I thought that this game was gonna to be defined in the last minutes of the game, if not in the last play of the game. But Caudillos played a tremendous game in the fourth quarter, where they scored 10 points. They didn't allow any point from the Dinos, and in the end the Caudillos won the game 25-14. With this victory, Caudillos are still undefeated. They have a perfect record. They have a 5-0 record. They are leading the league, and they qualify to the playoff. Now they only need to win the last game of the season to clinch it the first set. And about the Dinos, they stayed in the third place with a 3-2 record. They need to win the last game they qualify. They still need to win the last game, because if they lose and the Raptors and Reyes win, the Dinos could be eliminated. And in the second game of the day, the Reyes de Jalisco didn't have any problem and defeated the Mexicas de la Ciudad de México 45-16. About the game, the Reyes had an easy game. Well, it wasn't as easy, because like the Caudillos game, the Reyes defined the game until the last quarter, where in the halftime the Reyes were leading by 10 point difference, 13-3, and I thought that the Reyes were gonna to increase the lead in the second half and they were gonna to win this game easily. But this didn't happen, especially in the third quarter, where in the third quarter the Mexicas played a tremendous game, where they won the quarter 13-7, and the Mexicas were trailing by only 4 point difference, where the Reyes were leading 20 by 16. I thought that the fourth quarter were gonna to be close. I thought that the Mexicans had an opportunity to win its first game of the season, because they were trailing only by 4 point difference and they were playing in home. But what happened is that in the fourth quarter the Reyes played a tremendous game. They scored 25 points. Yeah, they didn't allow any points, and the Reyes won the game 45 by 16. With this victory, the Reyes went up to the fifth place with a 2-3 record, and with thanks to this victory and that the Dinos and the Raptors lost their games, now the Reyes have still possibilities to qualify to the playoffs, because they need to win his last game and wait that the Dinos or the Raptors, or the two teams lost their last game, to qualify to the playoff. This is a tremendous news for the Reyes, and for the Mexicas, they are officially eliminated. If not, and I think that they were officially eliminated the last week, where in this moment they are in the bottom. They are winless with a 0-5 record, and this is a bad news, because remember that the Mexicas in this moment are the reigning champion team. And the last game of the week, the Osos de Monterrey didn't have any problem and defeated and humiliated the Raptors del Valle de Mexico 44-18. About the game, the Osos were the best team, even that the fourth quarter was so close, because the Osos were only leading 7-6 in the end of the first quarter. Sorry, in the second quarter, the Osos showed why in this moment they are one of the best teams in the league and one of the favorite teams to win the championship, because in the second quarter the Osos scored 20 points. They only allowed 6 points, and in the halftime the Osos were leading 27-13. Even that the difference was only by two touchdown difference, the Raptors had the opportunity to score a minimum of touchdown in the third quarter and reduce the game to only one touchdown difference. But this didn't happen. the Osos increased the lead in the third quarter. They scored another touchdown. They increased the lead to a 2 touchdown difference. It was very important for the Raptors to reduce that gap. And in the end, in the fourth quarter, the Osos scored another touchdown and a field goal. And in the end, they won the game 44-18. With this victory, the Osos stayed in the second place with a 4-1 record. They qualified to the playoff. And by the Raptors, this is a hurtful loss because they stayed in the fourth place with a record of 503. But now they're in dangerous to be eliminated because if they lose the last game and the Reyes win his last game, the Reyes will qualify to the playoffs. So, for understanding how I told you, the Caudillos and the Osos qualify to the playoff. The Caudillos in this moment are the only undefeated team. Sorry, they have a 5-0 record, a perfect record, and the Osos will play in the last week to clinch the first set. The Osos are in the second place with a 4-1 record. The only loss in this season has been against the Caudillos. So in this moment, the Caudillos and the Osos are the best two teams, and these two teams qualify to the playoffs. And something interesting is what is going to happen in the last week, because in this moment the Dinos and the Raptors are the last two spots in playoff, but the Reyes in this moment are in the hunt to enter to the playoffs. So everything can happen, because if the Dinos and Raptors or any of the two teams lose the last game and the Reyes win his last game, the Reyes are going to qualify to the playoffs. So it's going to be very interesting, because in the last week of the season is going to be in play the last two positions, the last two spots, in playoff. And for the Reyes and the Mexicas, in this moment they have been the two worst team in the league, and they are eliminated. Something about to talk about is the Mexicas in this moment. They are the reigning champion team. They have been playing a very bad football. I don't know what happened, because how is possible that you were the champion the last season and now you are in the bottom wellness. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment or suggestion, you can write me in any social media platform. So see you in the next video. Gibran.